Hello and welcome to GPTV on the most beautiful Tuesday, the 22nd of March in the year 2022. I'm pumped. It was an exciting weekend. Who are you?
I'm Gary Peer, and what a weekend it was, Phil. And you've got every reason to be excited, and we've got every reason to be boastful as well. And we love a good boast.
Excited and boastful. This is the excited and boastful edition.
Who got 94% clearance rate?
Well, let's have a think about that. When you think about the industry, Gary, at 71%, there's a couple of agents that had 2 auctions that maybe got 100%.
Yep.
But what about the agencies that had a lot of auctions, like 32, and sold 30 out of 32 for a 94% clearance rate?
I can't think of anyone.
I don't believe there would be too many agents out there.
Could anyone have done that?
If you're an agency out there that had 32 auctions on the weekend and sold more than 30 out of 32, I'd love to hear from you, because we'll give you a shout out. But something tells me you're not ringing and we're not shouting you out.
Exactly right. 94%. Well done to our sales team. A big weekend, and you would have been a little bit sweaty and stinky by Sunday night.
Do you know what? 94%, just for the record, is 3 times
How was your shirt looking?
Your VCE score.
It is. Very correct. And 4 times yours.
But let's be clear, Gary. Very hot and humid both Saturday and Sunday.
I bought you a little can of lemon drink at the end of the day. Phil, it was only a little one, because I know that you like small, petite, nice things. And did you like that little
actually, I opened it. If you remember, I opened it in front of you, and then I had to go out and negotiate. So I put it on the letterbox and then completely forgot about it. But thank you for that. It was a lovely touch, There you go. You asked me, was I a bit smelly?
Yeah, you would have been
Saturday and Sunday.
Smelly and sweaty. I'll tell you one thing. With all those beautiful clothes you've got, that shirt of yours wouldn't have held much value up, I reckon, by 6:30 on Sunday night.
I did take my beautiful Italian suits off, Gary, but they did walk themselves down to the laundry.
It's an ugly look, Phil. It's an ugly and smelly look. And I've got to say that for those that say, why do you wear a jacket on the weekend? Just go in a shirt. If you would have seen the state of his shirt on Sunday at 6 o'clock, you know the answer. But well done to you, because I think all your auctions sold, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, Gary, I can't say I'm a 100% guy. I sold 11 out of 12 auctions.
It's something to aspire to. I think all of mine. I passed one in as well in Grange Road, which is good value. Should get sold in a minute.
So, viewers, I don't want to boast. Well, I do want to boast, but I don't really want to boast.
No, you do really want to boast.
No, I do. You're right. I do want to boast.
Yeah, modesty doesn't suit you.
I just want to tell you this, viewers, because I've got the energy and the heart for this game. It's a tough business, real estate. It's not for the faint-hearted.
Oh, no.
And you've got to have a certain oomph to be able to bring a buyer and a seller, bring them together and make a union. It's not for
the faint-hearted.
It's not for shrinking violence.
No, that's not.
But on Sunday, Gary, I did an 11:30, a 12:30, a 1:30, a 2:30, a 3:30, and a 4:30. And if somebody had have offered me a 5:30 and a 6:30, I would gladly have taken them and still been fresh.
Yep.
Yes, a little smelly, but I still would have had the energy for you.
Yes,
so if you're thinking of selling and you're watching this show,
employ the smelly agents. We know how to get the best price. Phil, let's review some of the sales on the weekend. It was a warm weekend. It was a great weekend. Some exciting results. And, you know, the breadth and width of properties we sold in terms of price, in terms of style, was very varied.
Yes.
From, high-end luxury homes to small apartments and in a wide geographical area.
Can I make a comment?
Yeah, you may.
Okay. So last week and the week before on GPTV, there was a certain calmness about what we said. And the calmness about what we said was this: we think the market has levelled out, and we think it's going to be fairly steady as it goes, although I had been predicting that there would be growth towards the end of the year.
It's an each way bet.
I've got to tell you, after one weekend, and one weekend doesn't make a year, I get it, but when you have 32 auctions, that is a massive scope of different style real estate.
It is.
If you'd asked me to make a call about the market on Sunday night, I had some auctions, you had some auctions, our other auctioneers had some auctions.
They were pumping.
Where the strength of them was incredible. Holstead Street in Caulfield North, which had been in the same family's hands for a very long time. And Gary, quickly now, is it disclosed or undisclosed?
I'm looking.
Holstead Street, Caulfield
undisclosed,
North. Okay, price is undisclosed. All I can say is we had a price guide there of 2.2 to 2.4.
Sold it for lots more.
We had 3 buyers compete very strongly for it, and we sold it well above the range. So, I've had some sales across the weekend.
You're messing up the order of the
make me
presentation.
feel, Gary, that maybe the market's going to push further and higher quicker than what we thought.
Well, it may well be. It's certainly where we had a week off last week, of course,
Yes.
with the long weekend.
Good point. Forgotten
We
that
didn't
already.
know. Oh, no, it was long gone. The energy that you saved has well and truly been spent last weekend.
Maybe that's how I got through the weekend.
Exactly, exactly
now
right.
it's
We
coming back
gave you
to
a
me.
rest, don't worry. We've got your interests at heart, young man. Not so young man, but I've got to say that we both felt that things had levelled off a bit, and now thinking, well, maybe there's a bit of a kick and a bit of a bounce. Talking about kick and a bounce, Phil, Lake's Folly, a horse I have a share in Adelaide, won 2 weeks in a row, and Man of Heart, and I did tip Man of Heart, came third, but keep a watch on
So
Man
what's
of
the
Heart.
Folly
It'll be
one?
Okay, Lake's Folly.
Lake's
Yeah,
Folly.
So
So
it's a small horse.
speaking of
It's a little horse.
speaking of your interest, which is mainly horses and casinos.
Yeah, not mainly. There's
so-
also
so-
golf and cigars. You know.
So horses, casinos, golf, and cigars.
Yeah, it's much like
right?
yours with style, architecture, fashion, and fine dining, and the ballet and theatre and opera.
and things of
That's
culture.
why we get on so well.
Well, exactly. I went to see, and this is a shout out, a cultural shout out coming at you.
Do we need to really go on? Go on.
We went to see
every show and
we
everything
went
you
to
watch.
see
You got to make some
Zentel,
noise.
Zentel.
Yentl.
We went to see Yentl, which is put on by a local organisation called the Kadima.
It is.
And this was a show that they put on at the Fairfax Theatre at the Arts Centre.
It's a great story that Barbara Streisand produced and was starred in some years ago.
It's a classic story, Gary, and one that I didn't think would necessarily have mainstream appeal.
Yeah.
We went
more so than ever,
I
Phil.
went last week, Gary. All I can tell you is I walked in, I sat down with very low expectations.
And usually you fall asleep. You often fall asleep.
I do. It held my attention. I was mesmerised.
Were you awake the whole time?
I was mesmerised and awake for 2.5
Very good.
hours.
Yep.
It is the most incredible show. I said to Irene as we were leaving, I said, you know what, if we'd seen that show in New York, we would have been all abuzz with the incredible theatre that is in New York. But this is a credit to Australia, a credit to Kadima. It's been reviewed in The Age. They've given it glowing reviews. If you've got a chance, and the trouble is this comes out, of course, in a couple of hours' time where you'll only have 2 more days to get
it's about to
it.
finish,
So
is
it's
it?
about
Okay.
to finish. If you can get to see Yentl, you will be mesmerised.
Isn't it good to see shows back?
Oh,
you know,
fantastic.
shows. And someone was recording a band somewhere in one of the outer suburbs of singing 70s and 80s songs. Live music's back. I mean, I had enough of being locked away with nothing happening.
Totally.
It just pissed me off.
Well,
I'm sure everyone else
Gary,
feels that way
we don't
too.
swear on the show.
Well, that's not swearing.
And at the
Piss me off's
sales,
not
at the
swearing.
sales meeting yesterday.
Well, I don't agree with that anyway.
Well,
agents are going to swear. You're not going to stop
no,
that.
Gary, I am
yeah.
determined.
You'll be the first person to break your own rules, so
Determined
don't
to
start.
ensure that we set high standards within our
You know what?
organisation
I
at
tell you
all
why.
times.
I tell you why we're going to swear. Because we're passionate, and passionate people swear. They fly off the handle. They
No,
can't
it's
control themselves,
cheap.
and to express themselves,
Gary,
they do it via swear.
Do you know what? I
Anyway,
see so
nothing
many
wrong with that.
comedians. I see so many comedians
Yeah.
that get cheap laughs
Yep.
out of swearing. You know, they
Okay.
drop the F
What's wrong with
bomb and sometimes the other bomb, which we won't even talk
Yep.
about. I remember going to see in New York again because I'm so cultured. I remember going to see what's our favourite comedian,
long
Jerry
show.
Seinfeld.
A long
I
show
remember
this week,
seeing
yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld.
I saw him here.
In New York.
Never swore.
2 hours.
Yep.
He did not draw breath for 2 hours. It was mesmerisingly
Yep.
funny and clever, and not once did he swear.
No.
And I think he's often talked about it
He is
as
very
a
clever.
comedian, where he says, you know what, a lot of comedians use swearing for cheap laughs.
Yes.
It's not the sign of great comedic talent, and it's not the sign of great passion either. So I think we can drop the swearing. We can drop it full stop.
He's on a bit of a rampage today. This is his new thing. He'll be off it tomorrow, so just don't worry about it. The other thing I want to talk about is the footy, because I've got to say, Phil, that I was away last week for a few days, and of course I didn't get to go to the ground, but the Mighty Blues stood up for the first time, and of course, even with a COVID-affected coach, found a way of winning and beating Richmond for the first time in many years. So some canned applause for the Blue
Well, we're
Boys, because,
expecting great things from the Carlton Football Club this year. They are.
and we beat, didn't we beat? Well, we've beaten 2 teams this year, Melbourne and Richmond.
They are the tip for the dark
top
horse
eight.
for top 4. They're the
Top
tip.
4.
Dark horse, top
Wow.
4. But great to see the Mighty Demons, of course. get up so convincingly and almost do a complete rerun of the grand final last year, playing the doggies at the MCG, where obviously
do you know there was
we're victorious.
You know there was a Carlton Melbourne game the week before that. You know there was a game.
Gary, you know what?
I'm just asking a question.
You
I think we might have won it, but
it's called practice.
Yeah,
it's called practice.
Fair enough. We'll win the practice.
You win the practice.
Phil, you auctioned on Saturday morning. You went to Campbell Street in Bentley. Did you have some fun at that auction? You remember?
I did. Yep.
Are you at the stage where you still remember things?
No, I was struggling.
I lost
there.
a bid on the weekend. I actually lost a bid. I haven't done that for a long time.
That's terrible.
It is terrible. I mean, I recovered it, but I was like, this is how much it is. It's 617, 617, 617. They said 18. I said, yeah. I got the bid, but I forgot the number. And then no one wanted to pay any more, so I didn't cost anyone anything. But actually, and I just thought
you need to have an early night on Saturday, Friday night, and Saturday.
More than 4
night.
hours sleep,
yeah,
probably.
Absolutely.
Let's move on, Phil. Campbell Street Bentley. That was a good auction, Philip. Lots of competition there.
2 bathrooms.
1,340 will buy you that.
Having said that, this is a strategy I suggest you don't employ anywhere, right? The buyers for this property had a friend come along, and the friend right from the start started heckling me and asking me...
I love it when you get heckled. I'm sorry I wasn't there. Heckle him.
Asking me, listen, if you're interested in a property with us and you choose to heckle me, just understand one thing. It's just going to fire me up and make me work harder. So I was heckled. This guy in front asked me all the questions, the obvious questions.
Is there a freeway coming through? Asbestos? Has it been checked by the... What about the termites? How about the flood zone?
And these were all of the
silly... We love those questions.
These were all of the silly things, but they thought, that's going to put everybody off. Well, it didn't put anybody off. No. But what it did was turn the auctioneer... I like a bit of... I don't mind saying I like a bit of biffo.
Yeah.
So you come
biffo
biffo at me.
The biffo boy from Cootamundra.
The Cootamundra kid comes out and says, okay, let's get serious. So unfortunately for their friends, I just made them pay more.
So let's just count them, because there's the annoying auctioneer questions. Probably a good heading. Yeah. Annoying questions to ask the auctioneer.
Asbestos is the one.
Asbestos is a beauty.
I reckon that's the go-to.
Yeah, asbestos is the new one. It's the new theme, isn't it? It's kind of like the trad. It's almost like Lycra was in the 80s. Is the asbestos question is today, or maybe what white suits were in 1977 when Saturday Night Fever came out. There's the asbestos question. There's the pest. Yeah, although we don't get a lot of that.
Well, there is
the pest. Building.
Has the vendor done a termite report?
Building. What about surrounding development? I heard that there's an 80-unit complex going up behind there. Yeah. That's a good question for the auctioneers. The freeway coming through, they've lost a bit of that. Flood zone. Yeah. Don't mind a flood zone. In Elwood, you always ask about.
What about the defect report? I understand. I understand, Mr. Auctioneer, that no defect report has been done for this property. Exactly. Would you comment?
Yeah. Now, I of course love when people ask this question, and inevitably they are always either buyer or underbid or buyer. But just for the record, if you're wanting to know annoying questions to ask the auctioneer, there is now a list that we're giving to you, we're delivering to you. We'll make it the heading of the show. Annoying questions to ask the auctioneer. Knock yourselves out. We love it. Phil, Dunlop Avenue, I had a very compliant crowd there. By the way, the other thing that happened this weekend that was interesting is 2 people bought in their own street. That was a bit interesting as well. So are you selling to your neighbours? Because neighbours like to buy. And 2 out of 32 is a pretty good percentage. Phil, Dunlop Avenue, Ormond, I met Jan Dosen, our wonderful Bentley agent, who speaks Mandarin, German and English. There's not too many people that can do that. Anyway, well done to her and her client, $1,530,000 above expectations. 17 Alder Street, that thumped a bit too, Phil, I believe.
Beautiful house, one of the nicest renovations I've seen for a long time. So shout out to the owner of that home.
Expected to sell somewhere in the mid once sold for 1,805.
Yeah, strong. Look, there's been some really strong results across the weekend.
Well, I want to share my strongest result with you, Philip. I had the pleasure of auctioning and escorting the buyers in when they were successful in purchasing. Number 21 Bolston Street, Phil. Now, this is the first time it's been offered in over 70 years.
Well,
look, that's a long time.
Just a shout out to the family that owned that for 70 years. Disgraceful. Yeah. Disgraceful.
Disrespectful.
We've got expenses. Yeah. We've got
dinners,
living
holidays, cars,
and
petrol.
If everybody held on to their house for 70 years.
How would we fill a car up?
Really, how would we buy a new Porsche or go first class to the south of France?
Exactly right. We've got things that we need to do. 72 years in one house.
It's not all about you enjoying yourself in a beautiful home.
Selfish people. Anyway,
so annoying.
and it is annoying. But Phil, they tell you one thing, they bought it a long time ago in shillings or pounds or whatever it was, because they'd owned it since the 1950s. We had a reserve right in the middle of our range, 175 to 19. The reserve was 18, actually in the lower part of our range. Sold for $2,270,000 with 4 bidders going for it, Phil. So congratulations.
Got to tell you though, that pocket of balaclava
it's hot.
Is
It's
just
red hot.
fantastic.
It's red
just
hot.
fantastic. I think, Gary, it's going to be a long episode. Let's get into this weekend's auctions.
Okay. Phil, this weekend we have a thumper end of March bonanza of auctions, 36 of them, Phil, and on Saturday there's 20 across, I think it's 11 different suburbs, of which we are doing, I think...
Petrol at $2.40 a litre or $2.50 a litre. Are we charging a surcharge to our clients?
We should be adding on, but I think we're doing 10 of them. You're doing 6, I'm doing 4 this Saturday. Again, 20 auctions, so we're doing half of them. Let's review them very quickly, Phil. We have lots of auction action at 10:30 a.m, 299 Bamber Road.
Gary, doesn't get any more stunning than that. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking, fabulous back garden area. Go down and have a look at that. It's affordable and it's beautiful.
Jeremy Rosens is going to be in Dean Avenue, Malvern East, Phil.
Gary, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a lock-up garage, a small villa, very affordable and a great entry into the market.
I have auction honours at 10:30 with Mr. Daniel Mickmaker in Westbury Street.
And what a great location, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Love that location.
Leo Samuel is going to be in his hood in Carnegie and St Hubert's Road, 10:30.
St Hubert's is a favourite spot of ours, Gary. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space.
Phil, we've got 4 auctions at 11:30. We're going to be busy, starting off in Security Road. Now, I could talk about this apartment because I've had some involvement with it. A beautiful 1 bedroom. It's an oversized apartment with a view of the Albert Park Lake in a magnificent building, Phil, with fantastic amenities and facilities.
Great location.
To Malvern Road, Glen Iris, Jeremy Rosen's auctions this one.
What a stunning apartment this is, Gary. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a wraparound courtyard garden, basement garage. Lots to love there.
You can't get Leo Samuel out of Carnegie, Phil. He doesn't want to move away from auctioning there, although he does do other suburbs. But he's going to be in Mooney Road at 11:30.
3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, double lock-up garage. Not a single there, Gary.
We love Ormond, Phil, and we've got a little circle of offices around Ormond. It's like we've just got this kind of moat almost around it. You're going to be auctioning Draper Street.
I love this property, Gary. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage. It's absolutely timeless architecture. That's about as good as it gets in that style of real estate.
Another 4 auctions on the hour, this hour being 12:30. Phil, you're going to stay in that area, going to go from Ormond across the road to McKinnon.
Well, who doesn't love this house? And it's on 832 square metres of land. It is just stunning. That is a fabulous, beautiful offering for the weekend.
I get to offer 334A Bamber Road, a wonderful home in a great location.
Gary, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, plenty of off-street car parking. You get land, you get a house, you get opportunity.
Stewart Street, Murrumbina is happening at 12:30. Leo Samuel Auctions. This great looking property.
And it is a fabulous property, Gary. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, off-street car parking, courtyard gardens. Lots to love.
Very affordable apartment in Northcote Avenue. Joel Sir's been handling it. Jeremy Rosen's Auctions.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, Gary. Great location.
You can have a break at 1:30, Phil, have a little bit of lunch. Myself and Leo are going to continue auctioning. 401A North Road is my 1:30 auction.
And that is a beautiful home, Gary. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, lots of off-street car parking, beautiful garden areas. Love that property.
Another auction for Leo in Carnegie. He is a busy man on Saturday, Cooroga Road this time.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and off-street parking, lock-up garage, another space, gorgeous courtyard gardens, immaculate condition.
We're going to get you over to East Brighton, Phil, for this terrific looking home in Orfray Street. This is a home with everything.
It is, Gary. This is 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, beautiful timber floorboards. It's stunning in every possible way.
Back to Ormond we go, this time with Leo and this terrific looking, beautiful home in Walsh Street.
4 bedrooms, Gary, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking, big entertaining areas, swimming pool. What's not to love?
You're going to be in Robert Street in Bentley. Phil, we are selling the best homes in Bentley and Bentley East, and we are blessed to be able to
Viewers,
have homes
if you want to buy a
sale.
beautiful house, this is the one. If you just want to have a look at some great real estate, 21 Robert Street, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, swimming pool, absolutely everything that opens and shuts.
Handled by Jan Dosen, who does a wonderful job. Phil, Warunga Crescent, Murrumbina is the site of our 3:30 auction. I think Leo Samuel's doing 6 auctions.
Do you know what? Lucky he's a fit and sprightly. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, lock-up garage, a fabulous home.
Jeremy Rosens is going to be in Dickens Street. Heavens to Dickens, Phil, he's got a 4:30 auction there.
Gary, that's a really good property because it's extra large, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. If you're thinking about buying an apartment draw a circle around that one because it's huge.
We have a double action at 4:30 in Elwood because you're auctioning this wonderful block of
Gary,
apartments.
this is an incredible block. This is a block of apartments, 5 apartments. There's a huge kind of penthouse style apartment there. You could either buy this and renovate it into 1 home, 2 homes, 5 homes, and that, of course, with a Broadway frontage as well. That is iconic real estate that you just want to own forever.
Beautiful property, that one in a great address. We kick off on Sunday morning. Now, this may not make it to auction, Philip, because I think it's under offer at the moment. That is 503 at 77 Hawthorne Road. If
Beautiful
it doesn't
building.
sell, I'll be there at 10:30 a.m.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, Gary.
If not, I'll join you up in Ash Grove, Philip, 2 at 8 Ash Grove, going at 10:30 a.m.
Gary, what a great property. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage. So hard to get a double lock-up garage. One of only 2. Beautiful home.
We both lived in this street at one time, not together, but at the same time, simultaneously
did.
across the road from
We
each
did.
other. That's in Crimea Street, 184 Crimea Street, Caulfield.
This is 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. I love Crimea Street. I love that part of Caulfield North, and it does bring back very fond memories of our first. That was the first. You moved
Marriage
out
home,
into
yeah.
Crimea Street.
I did.
As a single man.
I did, as a party boy.
I moved
I was a party boy.
to corner Crimea Street and Raglan
Yep.
Street that was my first marital home.
Yes, exactly
nothing
right.
like giving your wife, your beautiful bride, a 1-bedroom apartment
Absolutely.
of about 40 square metres.
Absolutely.
And I did that because I said to Irene, look, can't get any worse than this. And
Exactly
she
right.
said, well, aren't there studio apartments?
Exactly, she was spoilt. Started her off very modestly, but there's always something lesser, isn't there, Phil?
Correct.
That's for sure. Now, I've got the auction honours of this home. I want to talk a bit about this beautiful 2-bedroom home, Philip, on Brighton Road. It's absolutely resplendent with period features. It's got an access at the back for your car, Phil, and it's got all of the lovely features that you would hope to be able to get in a period home.
And 2 bedrooms,
11:30.
1 bathroom, off-street car parking from the rear, as you say, Gary. Beautiful.
You can't attend that because you're going to be in Woodville Avenue, a great address, and this is a terrific look. You probably have driven past this a few times.
Gary, this is one of the best of its type you'll see. It's 3 or 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a lock-up garage. It's actually stunning. And I love that spot because you can walk to the train station in Ormond train station. And there's some really cool cafes opening in North Road now, let alone the fact that you're just round at the end of Woodville, you've got that wonderful cafe on the corner of Currawena and Bamborough Road.
Brightside,
Mr. Brightside, there we are. We
Yes,
got there.
It would be there.
We got there.
And there's another good one, Phil, on the corner of where the railway is there, and Katandra
fabulous
and North.
Italian
That's a good one
restaurant.
too, yeah.
We must go there
Yeah,
for
we
lunch.
should. Let's do that. Okay, fair enough. Phil, you'll be near Leor and he'll be near him in Nearham Road.
Now, 38332 Nearham Road, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a fabulous courtyard garden. That looks like a really good apartment.
Now, this is a great looking home. I've had the pleasure of being involved in this too, Phil. 33 Ludbrook Avenue is a beautifully renovated family home of 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It's also got a fantastic garage, a great back garden, private. Stunning, not a cent to spend. Look forward to seeing it at that auction on Sunday at
4
12:30.
bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, off-street car parking for 2 cars. That is a really beautiful home.
What an iconic property this is. I'm sorry I can't meet you at the auction of 208 Kooyong Road, but what a fantastic looking home.
Garrett's incredible. This is designed by the late Ernest Fuchs, who was one of the best postmodernist architects Australia has ever seen. This home is in original condition, but very livable. This is just waiting for somebody, I think, who will resuscitate this to its former glory, and what a great house they'll have.
Phil, we're all busy in Caulfield North on Sunday, including David Thompson, who is auctioning at 12:30 this terrific apartment in Payne Street, which is a great
Yes,
address.
it is too, Gary. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Great entry level into the market.
Double auction action at 1:30. Leo Samuel back in his hood in Carnegie in St Hubert's
1
Road.
bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Beautiful timber floorboards. That's a light and bright apartment.
Terrific looking home in Albion Street. Love the look of this, Phil. You're auctioning it at
Gary,
1:30.
it's a fabulous house. 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, further car parking. It's got a pool, it's got a sauna, it's got a gymnasium. I mean, that's got to be the Big Mac of houses, Gary. And the owners have presented in the most beautiful way. It's a stunning, stunning home.
Phil, we've got talking about stunning homes. We've got 2 of them at 2:30. We've got this terrific apartment in Glen Ira Road, that Mark Kirkman's been involved with.
Yeah, check out the bathroom, check out the kitchen, check out the boards. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space.
Now, how about this? This is a real showcase home, Philip. Number 17 Holroyd Avenue. Does it get more beautiful than this property?
Gary, I've fallen in love with this house.
I'm not surprised.
654 square metres of land. It is stunning. Even the front garden would win an award. This house has been incredibly well renovated by Neil Architect, who do some of Melbourne's best houses. If you want to see a swimming pool, this swimming pool, it's like being in a resort with these edgeless pools. It's everything about that home is stunning.
Classy, elegant, stunning, and a great address to go with it. 3:30, we've got 2 auctions left, Philip. 3:30, one at 4:30. We're going to be in Grosvenor Street. I've got the auction honours on this one, Phil.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Great spot, great building.
You are going to be in one of the finer addresses of Caulfield North, right in the Golden Mile, 21 Ontario Street.
Well, Gary, what an incredible home that is. Ontario is hard to get into that street.
Yeah,
this is the most magnificent home, 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. Every bedroom's got an ensuite there. It's quite incredible. A north and western orientation at the rear, beautiful swimming pool. That house is truly extraordinary.
And we bring down the curtain on a busy weekend of some 36 auctions, Philip. We're going to be in Park Street, Elsternwick. What a beautiful looking home this is at 4:30.
Gary, we've had the pleasure of selling that home before. It's a beautiful home in an incredible location, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage. You buy that home, Gary, you don't spend another cent. Oh no, you just move in and get on with life and be part of the Elsternwick groove, which is so exciting.
And it's Park Street, even though there's not a park in the street, but there is
Well,
just
there's
around
a
the
park
corner.
around the corner. It should be Park round the corner street.
It should be, exactly right. Deceptive and misleading to call it Park Street. Phil, that's a big wrap on GPTV. So much to talk about, so much happening. The market had some great bounce. It feels like the market kind of back again. 94%, very proud of that. I'm sure we put the towers up at the start, but if not, we'll sneak them up quickly now before the show's over. Thank you for tuning in with to GPTV. We look forward to bringing you all the news next week. I'm Gary Pearce.
I'm Philip Kingston. Have a fantastic week.